Hello everyone, this is Betsy from Ideas Times 2, and today I've got part 2 in the Flipbook tutorial. So I've come up with ideas for some of the pages, and I'll show you what I came up with, and I'm not going to do all the pages today, but I think there's 3 or 4 that I've kind of figured out. So if you remember, it opens up like this, and this flips down, this flips up, and I've given myself some generous spines so that this can be filled up. And this is going to be a giveaway, but I'll explain more about that later. All right, so the first thing I decided was this is the front cover, and I wanted to make this into a large pocket that comes out so that the item comes out this way. So I did go ahead and cut and sew a lot of these things, so you don't have to watch me do that or wait for me to do that. So I did cut, I just measured and cut 1/4 of an inch smaller on all sides, and was actually 1/8 of an inch on all sides. So if you cut it 1/4 inch shorter, that should be the perfect size. So all I'm going to do, I inked the edges, I sewed around it, and all I'm going to do right now then is glue the 3 sides, and then we will put that in there. And I have to bear in mind that I'm putting an eyelet here, so I don't want to have items that are going to cover that up or interfere with the tie. So I do have to remember that when I get to stuffing these things with all the ephemera and all that stuff. So I do have to kind of keep that in mind as I go. And I'm at my sister's house. I'm at Cindy's house right now, and her cat maybe will come into screen. So you're not used to seeing a cat in my videos, but she might pop in for a little guest appearance. That'd be fun. All right, so I'm just lining that up so it looks straight. I'm going to put it a little bit, hi Lizzie, put it a little bit closer to the edge here, I think, up here at the top. Okay, so that's it for that big pocket. So I'll be able to put some fun stuff in there. And I might, I had put, or I made these pockets. So what I thought I would do, these are inked and sewn already, so I just cut some pockets. I put a little, I made it a little bit wide so I could put some tabs here. I didn't put a tab on the bottom because I think it'll, whatever items I have will stay in more securely if it's flat at the bottom but has tabs on the side. That's the way I like it, but anyway is fine. A lot of times I'll just glue a piece of paper straight down on the other paper, and that is a great pocket too. But all right, so my plan for this is to glue this down on the 3 sides to make a double pocket, like a stacking pocket like this. So I made this one a little bit smaller, and then I'm able to sort of tuck it in. And I'm scooting it over this way to avoid the notch, but I think it gives it a cool look that goes up, you know, up at an angle, and I like that. And then this will be plain because whatever I have sticking out of this pocket will come up like this, and so I think I'm gonna leave that plain. I might, you know, ink it or do a little stamping on it or something, but for now. So I'm going to glue these down. I'm trying to think how to best do this. So these are sort of one unit on the side here. So I think what I'm going to do is just put a little dab of glue there to baste these together, sort of. And I'm just making sure the edge of this pocket is below the notch so it doesn't show. Okay. So now there's sort of one unit over here on the hinge, and then I'm going to glue those down. Just gluing all the hinges, gluing along the bottom of the very bottom pocket, okay, and then gluing this hinge here. Here we go. All right, just take this and push it down. I'm also going to, okay, I think I'm going to glue the bottom of this pocket too. I don't really need that pocket to go all the way down. Sometimes I do that, but I don't need to have it go all the way down in this case. I don't think so. Okay, so that pocket's glued down at the base and on the sides, and this pocket on the sides and at the bottom as well. Okay, I'm gonna flatten these out. There we go. So now we have sort of a triple pocket thing going on here. So there's this, something can go in here, and something can go in there. All right, so I inked and sewed around all of those. All right, this reminds me, so I wanted to, I'm thinking, so I aged up the outside of the spines. I didn't age up the inside yet, which I will do, but I was kind of thinking I might wait to see how it all looks when it's all put together, but I was thinking about stamping on here, like some script, something, I don't know. I don't know what will happen with that, but we'll come to that towards the end. We'll see what I come up with for that. Okay, so I think this is done. I might decorate the cover too, but I think this one is done. So on this one, I thought I would do a flip and use this envelope. So I've inked up the edges. It's fairly large, but it fits on here really well. So what I'm going to do is glue the the flap of this envelope. I'm going to glue it onto the back side of here. Not all the way though, because I want it to be a tuck spot, and then I will make it a flap that goes this way. And I was going to do this with you guys, and then I forgot. I just went ahead and glued it down. But this is just a piece of paper. It's not cardstock. I don't want it to get too bulky. Because this is going to have things in it, and it's going to be decorated on this side. So it's paper, and I sprayed it with ink, and then I inked the edges and stitched around the edge and then glued it on. So I was going to do that in front of you, but I got into the crafting mode, and I just started going, just went for it. So so that'll be cool. I'm excited about that. Before I glue it down though, I'm going to decorate this side, because when you open it up, it's going to be super plain, right? So I'm going to go ahead and glue some torn paper on there. Give it our sort of grungy look that we're going for here. And I'm not sure how this is going to work yet, but I already ripped this piece because I really liked it right there, and I like it straight. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I've got glue on this edge so it glues securely on here, and hopefully it's still easy to tuck things in and out, but if it's not, we'll just come back and fix it. So I'm going to put this here, and then I thought I would tuck that back behind there and make a little collage. I'll probably put a label here. I don't have one handy right now, but I'll put a little label there or something to or not. It doesn't bother me either way, but we'll put a little collage here. So all I'm doing is gluing. Trying to think how oh, hi Lizzie. I'm trying to think how to do this. So I'm gonna just put my glue on the envelope on this lower dip part right here. Okay. And then I'm gonna put glue on the other sides. Okay. So what I did, I left this without glue here, glued the rest of it, and then I put that glue there just to give it a really close edge. So hopefully that'll work okay for that. And then before it dries, I'm going to tuck this underneath. Like that. Little collage looking thing. Okay. Now I'm just going to feel back here, see if I need any more glue. I do need a little glue. See if I can just use my finger and get that a little dab in there. There we go. Nice. So I think, oops, that didn't quite take. Let me get another dab in here, a bigger one. There we go. I think that'll work. I just kind of like the look of it straight as opposed to the trying to match the dip in the envelope, but I liked it. I liked it this way anyway, so I think that's good. So I'll be able to slip something in there like that. Something smaller than that, but you get the idea. All right, and so I inked the flap already. And this part was already decorated. So what I'm going to do here is glue. Oops, I gotta get this straight here. So this will go like this and open like that on this flap that goes upward. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And my plan is to just glue this, just going up an inch or two here, or an inch and a half, just like that, and then that way I can use this as a tuck spot. I might even fold it down like that, but for now I'm just going to glue this down just on the edges of that envelope. Beginning part closest to the flap bend right there. Okay, so now when you glue this down, you don't want to you want to scooch away from the fold line just a tiny bit, not much though, and then that way. Okay, so this will hold the envelope in place and also serve as another little tuck spot for me. And like I said, I might fold it, just depends on how I'm going with that. If I put some glue here, like down underneath in a straight line, then I could sort of have a little double pocket with some tiny things. So I'll have to figure out what I want to do for that. But I think I'm going to bring this down farther. So I need to make sure my glue is not interfering with anything. There we go. All right, so I just brought it down a little closer to the bottom of the page here. Good, so now that'll open like this, and it's decorated up now, and I can put something in that pocket. And then when I flip this up, then I can tuck some things into there. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do, this is kind of plain and I wanted to put more pockets on it. So I came up with the idea of doing one of the jagged edge pockets that you've probably seen, and then I'm going to do like a double pocket. So I'll show you how I went ahead and cut this and then ripped an edge, a nice deep edge, so I can put something bigger in there. And then I'm going to make it a little bit more decorative and purposeful by putting another pocket here, so it'll be like a double pocket. And in order to sort of decorate it and get it to look similar to this torn edge, I'm going to show you how I do that. So I hold it behind my piece, my base piece, and I'll scooch it up in the corner. So 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, whatever you're feeling, like that, okay? And then kind of hold it down and then just tear the edge similar to the one that you have already torn. Doesn't have to be exact, of course, but just similar, like that. Oh, that's super white, isn't it? I'll have to. And then you've got an edge that's really close to the right angle. I'm going to do this a little bit more and get some of that super white stuff off of there, but I will be inking it too. So tore it just a little bit more, give it a little bit more depth. There we go, and I like that. So I am going to ink this. Obviously, we don't want that super white part on there. This paper is pretty dark already. I don't think I need to ink too much, but sometimes you can see the white core of the paper, so I do like to cover that up. Okay, so like that. Now I think I do want to sew this. So I'm going to stop the film. I'm going to sew this and then we'll glue it on. Be right back. All right, sorry about the wobble there. I'm back. So I just sewed around the edges and I inked. This one didn't have inked edges, and so and I inked the edge there. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to glue this pocket onto the base pocket, and then I'll glue the whole thing on here like this. So just these two edges. So this one you won't have to sew down this side here, this side and this side, because it's going to be covered up by this. So I only sewed the edge on that one. Saves a little work. Okay. Get that all squeezed together. And then this side and down along the bottom, and we'll attach that whole thing onto the front of our envelope. Okay, like so. All right. There we go. So we have a nice pocket here, and then a pocket right there. Put lots of fun stuff in there. All right, so now we've got this side done, this flap done, and then we'll open this up, and so we'll have something tucked into here as well. And then I decided to put a pocket here, a larger pocket. And because this envelope flaps over the top, it can't be too thick. So we're just gonna have a single pocket, and then we'll do a larger tag and maybe a fold-out sheet or something in here. So I chose some paper, and once again I did the side flaps and then kept the bottom. It's gonna be flat. So So I inked it up and sewed around the edge. So all I need to do on this is glue the flaps, glue the bottom, and then glue that right at the bottom. Okay. Perfect. Good, good. All right. That goes like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and flip that up. And I thought of something here. So I am going to make a notepad, and I've already cut it. What I used is a file folder, and this is the reinforced edge of a hanging file folder. So I'm going to use that for my top, and so that's going to drape over my papers and hold them. I'm going to put some twine on here and hold this all in place. So all I did here was just pick some miscellaneous papers and decorative papers, book pages, coffee stained, flower stained paper. That's this one. It's a really pretty light blue. I don't know if you can see that on there. So lots of miscellaneous papers. I made the ones in the back a little bit bigger, the ones in the front a little bit smaller, just to sort of give it a fun look. So all I'm going to do is arrange these. Then what I'll do is I'm just going to poke a hole or two in here and then just string some twine through there to hold the papers in place. So all I'm doing now is I'm just going to arrange them a little bit, so maybe help an edge show a little bit better. Those are pretty much the same size. When I ripped these, I tried to keep the edge pretty flat up there so that it'll catch in the twine. We don't want it to fall out. So just arranging them. Hopefully look kind of cool. I might ink that. All right. Just like that. Okay. So this is a file folder, so it's nice and stiff. It's a vintage one, so it's pretty good quality and stiff, and I kind of wanted to keep it that way, so I made the whole back out of the file folder as well. You certainly wouldn't have to do that. Okay, so I'm fitting them in and I'm pushing them up to the top of the flap there, and then I'm going to, it would be also cool to go in and out with a needle here, but I'm gonna go ahead and punch 2 holes. Oops. Punch 2 holes. About except it's not going to punch here. That's too thick for this, I think. Let me grab this. Okay, I'm going to use the smaller hole on the crocodile here. There we go. And another punch. Right. Just eyeballing it here. way. And my twine was here. Here we go. So I'm just going to make sure I'm still all lined up. I'm going to put my twine through the holes in the back, each end through each hole. Like so. And that one. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and tie it in a bow. Might be cute to add a little charm on there too. All those finishing touches can come later, I think, when we get all the pockets filled and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so here's a little notepad, and I am just going to, I think I'm just going to keep it loose in here, and underneath here, I'm trying to think of what I thought of. Did I think of anything for here? I'll probably put a pocket or a flap under here. Let me see what I can come up with real quick, because maybe we can go ahead and get that done today as well. So I'm looking through some scraps here. I think this would be good. Right. I'm going to cut this piece down a little bit, and I think I'll just put a side tuck right here. So all I'm going to do is sort of mark it with my fingernail. And it's pretty deep, so I think I'll cut along this edge too and try to keep this decorative edge here. So, get my mark. And cut this back. There we go. So, thinking maybe I will make this a double pocket, or maybe I'll keep it big. I don't know, but I will do this off camera, so next time I come on it'll be done. But just to give you an idea what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to take this, make this a pocket, ink it up, stitch it around, and then probably have 2 tags coming out this way. That'll be fun. Okay, so then that goes under here, like that. Oops. This is going to be loose in here, so I'm just going to leave that like that. Then this will come down. All right, and then this folds in like this, and then this is the cover. All right, I think that's it for today, and we'll get the rest of the pages all done, thought out and all that, and then I'll have one more video where I'll flip through everything and show you all the elements that I put inside, and then I'll explain more about the giveaway then. So perfect. I'm so excited to get this worked on, to get some of the stuff done on it, and I can't wait for the giveaway too. Those are always super fun for us. We love our subbies so much, and we like to give back to you because you give so much to us. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you work on a flipbook too, send us some pictures on our Facebook group at ideastimestwo. We would love to see your pictures and see what you're working on. All right, that is it for now. Take care, everybody, and I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.